on? Now who wanna move close enough? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock them. Yeah, we got them. Yeah, we fought them. Like that black and orange up on them. Single bottle, never stop it. To the beast and know them. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossing on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen. We gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite and
Welcome to Bengals and Brews, where we're going to maybe be positive today. I don't know. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I mean, we got a game Sunday night. I guess we could start off with we're looking pretty healthy. I mean, obviously, Dax is out for the season. We talked about the other day. But the Giants are going to be without one of the great LSU players. Maybe Rookie of the Year if it wasn't for the other LSU player.
Right?
The runner-up is officially out for the second straight week with a concussion. He was at a Travis Scott concert the other day, so a lot of Giants fans are pissed about that. But he's out for a second straight week. And then also Kayvon Thibodeau, so part of that 22 sacks leading the NFL for the Giants. One of those guys is out this week. So, I wish you all the best. I'm glad you're letting him rest up and get healthy. Against us, it's fine.
Matt got his shirt. Sorry. You're welcome, Matt. Now you got a twin, Greg. Go ahead, Dale.
This is all we need, guys. This is it, John, man. If they don't even have to play well. They have to play like you said, a couple stops, a couple turnovers, right? A couple give the ball back to the offense in good territory plays. With the way the offense is playing, just a couple of those plays, and I think we can win this one, and I think we can win it pretty decent. But obviously, we can talk about if the defense and Sheldon Rankin's back, B.J. Hill, McKinley Jackson, Miles Murphy, so the D-line is healthier than it's been all season. That is great. But for me, I got to see it on the field, man. I got to see the communication better, and I got to see the tackling better, and I got to see people making plays when you need to make plays and stops down the stretch. Till I see it, it's hard for me to just cross my fingers and say, we're close. I can't say that yet. I can't say it yet.
Shout out to Mike Hilton for having a players-only meeting and calling out the whole defense. Somebody needed to do it. Like you said, Dale, I mean, we're hearing it. We're hearing they're positive. They're hearing, hey, we're getting this to go. We're doing this. We're doing that. Okay, I'm hearing it. I got to see it now. Let's see it.
I'm not from Missouri, but fucking show me. Show me anyway.
Yep.
I don't believe bullshit, man. Look.
That beard looking good on Greg. That beard is growing in nice for this game. Just saying.
I do feel like, Dale, you're right. It's one or two more stops if we just stepped up one or two more stops. But I'm just
one
so
at the end of the game.
One.
Well, okay, but I'm just so exhausted from watching this defense and trying to rack my brain and figure out what the fuck would they do to fix this defense. So at this point, you didn't do shit. Nobody, the only person that left was Dax Hill, and that's because he got fucking injured. So not a goddamn thing changed. So let's fucking see what happens. And then, I mean, even this week, if whatever happens, because Neighbors is out and you got people on their defense out, I can't even say the guy's fucking name. You talked about him earlier. He's their defensive end that they got.
Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yeah. So, I mean, even when we go into this one, this is one where we should just fucking destroy somebody. This is we should feel going
not
into
with this defense. I'm not predicting.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point. Yeah. My point is that coming away with a win, and this one is not going to make me feel comfortable. Please give me the win, but domination is what should happen with the two best players on the offense and the defense. Is Thibodeau's if not the best, one of the best players on their defense, right? We should just go in there and fucking run through them.
Well, I want to say this to Dustin Croft here with a comment for the podcast listeners. He says, if I see Stone and Bell at safety on Sunday night, we are not serious.
We're not going to be serious then.
We're not going to be serious. They're going to be the starting safeties. Now, the best I think we can hope for from the Bengals for this game is more Jordan Battle, right? He went from 0 to 1 snaps to 8. Can we get 20 to 30 snaps at least? Can we get some extended time? Because, I mean, these guys aren't getting it done. And honestly, if it is early and they do start, man, the first time that you see them take a bad angle, and Von Bell said, take a bad angle, bro, you're part of that. I mean, I'm sure he knows that. I'm not saying he's not, but at the same point in time, if you know it, the coaches know it, everybody knows it. You do that in the game Sunday, it's time to yank you and put Jordan Battle in. And Geno Stone, you're getting yanked too. I'm going Dejon Anthony, Tyson Anderson. I'm putting somebody in there and giving somebody else a shot because the safeties are piss poor right now.
Well, you look what they did with Cam Taylor-Britt. He was not playing well. They took him out and put DJ Turner in. Why can't we do that the same for the safeties?
That's because fucking Von Bell he has breakfast with Lou. He swings by there, picks him up, takes him to fucking their little breakfast spot, maybe First Watch or something, and they get in a goddamn skillet and eat it and talk about shit. They're best friends. That's what I'm saying, Dale. This is like you said, that's what shit we think needs to happen. What's your faith that any of that happens? Yeah, what's your faith level Jordan Battle gets over 10 snaps?
2%. 2% out of 100.
Right.
To put a percentage on it.
Right. My percentage comes right out of a rhinoceros's ass. None.
Dustin also says combined RAS score, relative athletic scores, Kent Lee, Platt. I don't fucking know. I'm drinking rum. I'm already on. And I got to go on Jeff's show. Sorry. Can't talk. Relative athletic score, Kent Lee, Platt, math bomb. There. Got it. Bengals defense, 3.28. That's atrocious.
Right.
That's not good. They got to get more athletic. And we have seen them draft some more athletic guys in these drafts, even on the D line. Now, obviously, McKinley Jackson wasn't one of those, but a lot of times the bigger nose tackles aren't. But it's the rest of the defense, right? And your safeties damn sure need to be athletic. You can't replace a guy like Jesse Bates now with a guy like Geno Stone, who are on complete opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to athleticism. Von Bell also not one of the greatest athletes, especially in his advanced stage now. So you do have to get more athletic. Now, I think Dejon Anthony was a pretty athletic guy. I think Jordan Battle was decent. I don't think it was great off the top of my head, but, it's better than what Von Bell can provide at this age now. So, yeah, you need more athleticism. Hey, maybe they line up in the wrong spots. We're seeing that now with the veterans, right? But give me some more athleticism. Give me some faster guys. Give me some guys that'll fly around and make some fucking plays.
Give me production. That's all I want is production. Just give me some freaking production. I don't care who it comes from. Just give me production. I mean, I don't think it was a lot to ask for last week just to get all we needed in that fourth quarter, just the second half, just one measly stop. We would have won the game. One measly stop. I'm sorry, that's just unacceptable right now. It really is. You know me, I'm Mr. Positivity, and I will continue being positive as a Bengals fan to the day I die. But this is unacceptable.
I said this a couple weeks ago, Chris, as well. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. You've got to try to mix it up. And that's why I was like, I don't hate Lou. I have nothing against Lou personally. He's had some good seasons here and drew up some good defensive game plans on that run to the Super Bowl and things. But when you're this bad, you got to do something to shake things up. And that's why I was saying, like, man, you got to do something, right? And for me, it's a defense coordinator change more than a Zach Taylor because the offense is humming. And yes, he's a big part of that. I know he oversees it all as the head coach. I'm not saying he's faultless, but hey, make a change in that defensive room. Do something, or if Lou is here, then why aren't we seeing the Jordan Battles as a starter right now? Why aren't we seeing Dejon Anthony and Jordan Battle? And maybe you don't want to do both of them at the same time out there because they're younger guys. Then do one of them with the other, and then if that guy plays well and that veteran still sucks, all right, now we're getting the other one in there. I don't know, just a thought. Maybe mix it up.
Are you talking, Dale, like putting the best player on the field?
The most athletic, the guy.
What?
If you're dead last at safety in the NFL and you put another guy in, do you really think it's going to be a step down? I hope not. I mean, could it be somehow? I don't know. Can you be below last? I don't think you can.
Don't ruffle any feathers in that locker room, though, man. We might want to have players or coaches on the show sometime. So don't be talking your shit about best player on the field. Come on now. We got loyalty.
Man, when I started this show, I really thought positive, but man, the Brew Crew's got me all fired up already.
Von Bell got his AARP card this weekend, man. He's getting discounts everywhere.
I was feeling positive vibes when I clicked go live, but hey.
Right
now, I'm positive, Dale. Just got to keep moving forward. Hey, just got to kick him in the.
I just need to see a win.
Just give me a win.
I need to see a win at the end of Sunday night. I don't care
if they lose.
We need to win that game, because if we don't win that game, heads got to roll, and then we can talk about it on Tuesday just for a ahead of time, because we won't have a show Monday. I got to take the girls to the dentist after work, and Derek can't be on, and Chop and Greg said, "Man, we just can't do this without you, Dale." And I was like, "You're right. Yeah. So we'll move it to Tuesday."
Yeah, we'll move it to Tuesday.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I say, I mean, I'm still positive. The whole positive note, AFC is garbage right now. I mean, the Chiefs, I know they're 5-0, but the rest of the AFC is garbage. We're still only a game out of the last wild card spot. I know it's too early to be talking about that. We're not out of it. As bad as we're playing, so is the rest of the AFC right now. So let's take advantage of this right now.
I love it when my positivity comes from the fact that everybody else sucks too.
Yes.
Right.
There you go.
We also suck, but they suck.
Chop, I may suck, but you suck even harder.
That's right.
Well, no one really sucks harder than us right now. To be fair,
right.
We have the second overall pick, right? Who has the number 1 pick?
New England.
Who won that game?
New England.
Okay, so to be fair.
Right. Darth got that beautiful piece of memorabilia so he could remember that game forever. And Cincy James took it from him, that hard copy of the ticket. Hang that on your wall with pride, Jimmy. Oh, no. Looks like we're going to experience Monday early. Dale's lost his sound. Oh, yeah. Nah.
Chop, looks like it's back to you and me bullshit.
I know.
So anyway, Chop.
We'll log out and back in. It'll be fine.
Nah, we'll be fine, Chop. So anyway, Chop, how's your day going?
Well, Greg, let me tell you, so far in my day, I did this. I went to bed, and then when I got up, I checked on some things here, real quick, made sure everything's, right with kids and whatnot, and then I got on here. I did scroll through our group chat, so I'm a little bit caught up about the ins and out, who about when you guys posted who's out for the game, but that's it.
Hey, Malik Neighbors, the best player on the team's not playing
about that. I don't think Malik Neighbors was going to make the difference to beating us. And to be honest, though, at this point, I kind of want the offenses that we're going up against to be at their best, because I don't know, man. Am I wrong for saying if we deserve to lose and we lose again, I want something shook up in the organization, and I just don't think that's going to happen. I don't know. It's going to come out wrong. Like if we keep winning, like if we go to New York and we win, it's going to sound wrong, but nothing's going to happen in this locker room. But even if we go out and play like shit and we get the win, it'll be like, we won.
I totally get what you're saying, Chop. And Chop, I agree with what you're saying, but you know what, man? As I keep saying to myself, I'd rather have a shitty win like the Carolina game than a good loss like the Baltimore or the Kansas City game.
That's why I'm saying that we just need to dominate. Like our defense needs to go out and totally obliterate them to make me feel at any kind of comfort level. If it's a close game, if this game is within 10 fucking points, I'm still nervous coming out of this game to where this team's at, to be honest.
Dale, can you hear? You good, Dale?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, cool. You hear what I say, Dale? Unless we beat them by 10 points, what do you think? I know you're just coming in on the tail end of what I said.
I mean, I just want to win, but yeah.
Yes.
I mean, and honestly, I want to see, get a win and the defense look confident.
Boom.
Somewhat confident.
Yes.
If it's a 10-point game, a 7-point game, a 4-point game, because your offense is probably going to have some off days here and there.
Yeah.
This is a good Giants defense, so I'm not overlooking that aspect of that either. But if the defense lets Daniel Jones, without Malik Neighbors, go out there and throw for 300, 350 yards, 3 or 4 touchdowns, Devin Singletary might not play again this week. The rookie Tyron Tracy had 100-some yards last week out of Purdue, 6th-round pick. He could be getting a lot of carries regardless Singletary plays or not. But let's say they let him go over 100 yards. They let Daniel Jones throw for over 300. with no Malik Neighbors, knowing how desperate you are at 1-4, if that still happens, regardless what the final score is, if we win, I'm still going to be like, what the hell, man? Defense still needs some changes if that happens.
Exactly. That's my point. Like, a win will be nice, because I'm Bengalized. So I still believe the hype that a 1-4 team can possibly go to the Super Bowl because I'm a fucking Bengals fan, and that's where we live. So, I'll be happy for the win, but if you want to make me feel comfortable going into the next week against the team that's fucking had our number, even though they're a shit stain on the world, dominate. Yeah. Fucking dominate. Go out.
I don't want to look ahead, but it's just the fact that that team up north has an NFL edition team up north has had our number. So
they have.
They sure have.
They have.
But
by the way,
you gotta win this week, or
By the way, Robert, just so you know, I'm too depressed to shave the beard right now. It ain't happening anytime
soon. No, you're keeping it going for the luck, because despite the loss against the Ravens, that was a very good offensive play. The offense is running
all the
on
compliments he gets of and all the looks he gets from the women, like the double takes, like, oh.
He's not used to it, man. The women look over him and they give him that look, and he's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
I think I should get a marker, though, and cover this up right here. I got this one little open spot right here. I think I'll get a marker.
Don't worry. The other I have a lot of those open spots, Greg. You just can't tell because.
And you've seen Derek's patchy ass shit, too. Like, mine ain't the greatest either, dude. Your beard's still fine. Don't worry.
When at one time, so when I was a teenager, my dad helped me shave my trim my eyebrows one time. And he screwed up so badly, he had to take a marker and mark my eyebrows. I'm like, are you kidding me? Nobody noticed, though.
Oh, they fucking noticed, Greg. They were being nice to you. Your dad can't fucking Sharpie eyebrows on you and not notice.
We have nothing. We have nothing for today on over-unders.
Yeah, right.
I had to check. I never know.
Was that last week?
That is Baltimore. So I'm going to delete
All right. Well,
hey, but you know what? You know what always has my numbers? Midwest Best Barbecue and 50 West Beer. Proud sponsors of the show. Always have my numbers up every time I see them.
You know who has my number? Chop Shop, not Greg.
Yeah, Chop Shop.
Not wearing a Chop Shop shirt. I am. That's T. Higgins. He plays for our team.
And that's a guy we want to – and I think we fans realize, hey, I think we need to keep both T and Chase.
The fans realize a lot of shit, Greg. Inside that building, I'm not so sure. Dustin coming through with the $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. Says, you know what's weird? Last 2 years, he's felt better about the Bengals as a road team and not at home. We play awful in the jungle.
We haven't won one at home this year.
No.
I mean, we've only won one game, period.
Yeah, we've only won one.
We play good on the road in Kansas City also. But it's like there is something to that. We used to be so good at home. Like, good at home.
Yeah.
But it's weird lately. This whole season's been weird.
Whoa, Dale. You know, this takes me back to 1999 Reds. They were called the Road Machines. Home record was okay, but we had the best road record in the Major League. We didn't make the playoffs because that one-game playoff to the Mets, but we were called the Road Machines. Maybe the Bengals are called the Road Machines now this year.
What about the Road Head Machines?
Yeah, Road Head Machines.
There you go.
That's
keep growing out.
That's Greg's spin-off tailgate.
There we go.
And spin off the PGD tailgate and start his Roadhead games.
Roadhead.
This has probably been a safe bet for most of the season for when the Bengals play. Whatever they overtake it,
Yeah.
because we don't have all the numbers because our gambling guy failed us.
That's right.
But I do have a lot of stuff, and I can honestly make some up because I do my prep work. That's what I'm here for.
Well, we could look at one of the betting apps too and see what the odds are. I mean, they won't be displayed.
Well, you can build a parlay like that time if you want.
Oh yeah,
and do it that way. I don't care, but I also have, and then I can kind of flow off of that because I've got the stats for the season to this point. So like Daniel Jones is averaging 227 yards per game passing.
Jesus.
Tyrone Tracy's a tough one because if he's the starter, he's only averaging 31, but it was pretty much all last week.
Hey, Dale. Tyrone Tracy, wow. That's someone I may have liked in the draft.
You did? I liked him too.
Yeah. And, I'm happy with who we got now, but still would have been nice, though.
Did you rub one off to him?
Sure did.
Hell yeah.
Dale, that should be a new section to your Dale, that's a new section of your draft guide. Players Greg would rub off on.
Yeah. Krager's
rub one off too.
Right.
I hope you don't rub off on them.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right. Players Greg would rub one off too. All right. Are we building the parlay now?
It doesn't matter. I mean, I will say there's probably a lot of these prop bets that are not out, or like the over-unders are not out, because like Malik Neighbors, now he's out. You know what I mean? So it's probably not a lot up there for the Giants.
Oh, yeah.
For us, there probably is. And that's what we like to do anyways, right?
Yeah. Well, to start off, they got the Bengals money line or spread. The money line is 3.5.
And we're favored, right?
Yeah, we're favored by 3.5 points. I don't know how we
continue to be favored on the road, but I get it, I guess, because we have Joe Burrow. That's why.
Right. Do you think we should trust the defense and take the spread 3.5?
I ain't taking no spread, but
money,
the straight up, yeah.
All right, money line. We got money line at -195. All right.
Because I'll go ahead, and I know we're doing this a little ass backwards, but so my score prediction's 35-24. I don't know why. I was on the elliptical before the show, and I was like, we're going to win 35-24. So
okay,
there you have it. We would cover, but I'm just saying I don't trust the defense enough for that to come true.
That would make my whole 10-point thing true, right?
Yes, it would.
Yeah, because you're at 11. All right. Well, I like it so far, Dale.
And this defense only giving up 24 points, I would actually be like, okay, baby steps, progress. That's pretty sad because 24 is still a decent chunk of points. But that's progress for us after 41 last week. Almost 40 to the Commanders. How much did we give up to the Panthers? 20-some, right?
Yeah.
Now, if we held a team under 20, shit, oh my God, I might streak naked down the fucking highway.
Especially if Neighbors was playing. That's why I'm saying when you were gone, I was telling Greg, I'd rather have Neighbors there because I just want to see, because I need this defense to show me. And, if you're missing a piece of their offense, then it's not going to show me. I feel like even with Neighbors there, we were going to win. I just want them to prove it to me,
But they didn't have him last week, and they played probably their best game offensively.
And Singletary, is he out too?
He's questionable.
All right, because they still got him. So if you're going to pick anytime touchdown score, your first anytime touchdown score.
Hey, Derek's on here for us to yell at him. Thanks for putting props up, you worthless
Thanks for the props, Derek.
Thank you, Derek.
I have had a day at work, all right?
No excuses. Could have done it yesterday.
At all.
You're grounded.
I am. I'm grounded from putting props up.
But we're still no, you're not grounded.
You're not grounded for putting up the props.
You're grounded for not putting them up.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But we are building a parlay, and I already said we're winning 35-24. We're doing it a little backwards before we get into the players. And I wouldn't touch Devin Singletary because he's questionable, and he didn't play last week.
So who do you think has anytime touchdowns? Let's put a couple of those on a parlay. Let's do one for the Bengals. In your best anytime
Jamar
touchdown.
Chase.
Jamar Chase. What do you think, Derek?
One of the running backs. Pick one.
No, you pick one. I'm asking you.
Zach Moss.
Zach Moss. So we got one for Jamar and one for Zach. What do you think? I'm not picking all these.
What do you think, Greg?
What about Chase Brown?
Okay, that's not helping Chop
Why
at
does everybody got to be different? I'm trying to pick one here. I need help with the Brew Crew.
They do have Deontay Banks at corner, and he's playing really well, so I imagine he'll be matched up with Jamar a lot, so it wouldn't surprise me if T got a touchdown. If T's playing really well.
T hasn't had T had a touchdown yet?
He had 2 last week.
Oh, yeah, he had 2 last week.
Yeah. See, what killed
Jamar and Eric All, Tyler says.
I do like the Eric All one.
That's a good one.
Well,
I would do that as a
Eric All. I'm going to put Eric All into our parlay.
Not as a parlay.
Not for the parlay.
I
just
do that as a
by
separate
itself.
Oh, okay.
standalone
Well,
bet for sure.
I just got to tell you on Caesars, Eric All anytime touchdown is 18 plus 1,800. So that's a good fucking bet.
That's why.
That's why you do that alone. You put like 10 on it or something.
And let me just see. Oh, Jermaine Burton, I'm going to bet his ass. Sooner or later, he's going to get one. He's plus 4,500.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got to play.
I'll be making that bet.
He's got to score a touchdown on the 3 snaps he gets.
So listen, between us, we got Jamar, we got Chase, we got Moss for the anytime touchdown. And Tyler says also Jamar and Eric. Tina says waiting on Eric. So who are we picking for our anytime touchdown? A consensus out of those ones that we named.
It's got to be Jamar Chase.
All right, Jamar.
He's been finding a way since
he's plus back. 525.
Yeah. I do wonder though, are they going to, you think they'll put the best corner on him, or you think they'll double him up and then shadow T?
I think they'll try to do a little of both, but
yeah.
You can't guard everybody. That's why it's like, but I just think Chase is playing so well right now.
Yeah.
They got player passing touchdowns. This is ridiculous. They got Joe Burrow at 1.5.
Yeah, they always put 2 touchdowns on there.
I'm fucking hammering the over. And Daniel Jones, I'm about to hammer the over on his ass too. It's also 1.5.
Wow. I wouldn't touch his over.
Yeah. I'm going to actually leave it alone. What about, okay, so passing yards, they got Joe Burrow for over 260. And Daniel Jones, the over's like I can't read it, like 217 or some shit like that. That's the over-under. What do you think on Joe? 260 over. I say over.
Joe to go over, so I would say over.
Over. All right. We'll leave Daniel Jones alone again. Rushing yards. Here we go. Chase Brown, they got 45.5 as the over-under. Zach Moss is 44.5 over-under.
Yeah, I don't like either of those, if I'm being honest.
I don't either.
Yeah, neither do I. Joe. What about Joe Burrow?
They're averaging in the low 40s, both of them. So.
What about Joe Burrow at 8.5? Last week he went 1 yard.
I like that one.
But he went 1 yard last week.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that one alone too. Receiving yards. Here we go. Jamar Chase, 76.5 is the over-under. T. Higgins, they got at 52.5.
I think I'd be more likely to take T's than I would Jamar's.
Yeah.
Let's do T. I agree.
I think they could both go over, but like if I had to put, I would say both over. But I think if it was one or the other, I would go with T for sure.
I'll tell you what. If we're only picking one, let me get what's Andre's or Eric Hall's?
Andre Josivach is 25.5. Eric All is 17.5.
See, I like both of those.
Well, I feel like we should add Eric All.
There you go.
17.5. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, let's do that. That brings our parlay up to 1,800 plus 1,800. What about for New York? They got Wan'Dale Robinson at 54.5. Do we want to touch that at all? Or Darius Slayton at 47.5?
So Slayton's averaging 48. Robinson's averaging 46. Either of them could hit a big play, especially on this defense. Slayton had over 100 yards with Neighbors out last week. So if I lean toward one, it would probably be Slayton.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Increase the odds. We'll add Slayton. You're right. Neighbors is out. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, that took us from plus 1,500 to plus 4,000. We're making money now, fellers.
All right. You probably don't need to do anymore, honestly.
Well, what do we – let's add a couple things in here, like Jamar Chase receptions 5.5. I don't think I want to touch that. Or T 4.5. I think I want to leave those two alone.
Yep.
You said Slayton had 100 yards, so let's just double down on Slayton because he had – it says 3.5 is the catches. Do you think he'll go over that?
Most likely.
All right, boom.
If he's like the number one guy, which I mean he was last week. I'm trying to see how many catches he had, but I'm not seeing it off the bat here.
So let's just do this bet, man. We're at plus 4,500. So everybody at home, I hope you wrote that shit down because we're about to make chop.
If you want to tell our bets, it's a lot of stuff that I don't remember.
Well, I'll send you a picture of it and you can post it. Yeah. So thank you to the Brew Crew for helping me out. And to celebrate, most likely we'll have koozies at the next tailgate.
There you go.
Yeah. If I win, the koozies are free. If we win that thing, the koozies are free. They'll be paid for by the Brew Crew, literally, for the parlay. Tell them, you.
Damn right.
Yeah, see, damn right. What you got? Where did Derek go? I was looking at my phone. I came up. He's gone. The betting's over. He left.
That's all I cared about.
Is that what it was? He popped on here for the parlay?
Yep. Hello and fuck off.
Yeah.
Key matchups, which I haven't wrote any down, so these are just going to kind of be off the top of the dome. To me, a guy who's just dominating for them, he has 6 sacks already, and he's an interior defensive lineman, is Dexter Lawrence.
Jeez.
So it's basically Dexter Lawrence versus our interior D-line. Kind of like Matabike last week, which I didn't think we let like their D-line dominate or anything. We held up well, but I think he still ended up with a half sack or a sack.
Yeah,
so
that's
way more, but this is a even bigger challenge.
Yeah, Lawrence is coming off of 3 sacks last week. So for Dexter Lawrence, our guys on the interior, no matter where he's lined up at and who against, it's basically our interior O-line versus Dexter Lawrence, probably my top key matchup just off the top of the dome.
Is that the guy they got from Tennessee? Is that right? He come from Tennessee? Where'd he come from?
Clemson.
Oh,
they drafted
okay.
him. He was a first-round pick about 4 years ago or so.
Hey, Marion Hobby would have loved him here in Cincinnati, another Clemson.
Yeah, I would love him here. Great player.
Sounds like I'd loved his ass too.
Yep.
They also have Brian Burns to stick with their D-line. I know Kayvon Thibodeau's out, but they traded for Brian Burns, who used to be on Carolina. They traded a second-round pick for him. He has, let's see here,
that's
only 2 sacks. 2 sacks on the season, but he had one of them last week. He's a great player, right? But I like the way our O-tackles are playing. Now, Mims is a little dinged up. If Mims would go out and they get Burns matched up on him at all, that would worry the hell out of me. Cody Ford potentially on Burns at times. I wouldn't love that matchup. But, if Burns is going up against Orlando Brown, I mean, that's a key matchup. That's 2 great players, 2 Pro Bowl guys right there.
Yeah.
Another good matchup.
Hey, as long as we're saying it, man, fucking Orlando Brown Jr.'s definitely having a Pro Bowl season right now.
Chop's best friend.
He's having an all-pro season right now.
No, absolutely. And that's what
that would be such a good thing for him. Like, not only to just be a fan of the Bengals and have one of the players go all-pro, but good for him.
Yeah, that's just another thing that just irritates me. Like I say, how well our offensive line is playing.
That irritates me too. I hate it when our offensive line.
No, because the defense is playing.
Yeah, I know.
I like West Dish's comment here. The only matchup I like Cody Ford in has a brief gust of wind.
Yes, right. I'm taking the gust of wind.
Find a way to knock him off balance, big old ass.
Exactly, right.
We had that fucking pass play set up for him. Did you guys see that?
Oh, yeah. Every time he
ran a route.
Yeah.
He ran a route.
He didn't run a route. He stumbled. He stumbled a route.
He walked a route.
He walked a route briskly.
Another guy we didn't mention in the over-unders that I want to mention, and then you guys can get some key matchups too. But Theo Johnson, the tight end for them, the rookie out of Penn State, who constantly produces tight ends, he caught 5 passes for 48 yards, by far his best game of the season last week. So I imagine with Neighbors out again, he could be a guy that gets a heavy dose of targets. Honestly, had I thought of that, Chop, I probably would have told you to go with Theo Johnson's receptions over Darius Slayton's. So for anybody telling any bets, that would be one change I would make. Just FYI.
All right. Well, I can't make a change, but I appreciate that. We'll have to remember that for next week.
You guys got any key matchups?
I got a key matchup.
What is it, Greg?
Let's see. Well, let's see here. Let's go with how about this? How about Tyron Tracy against the run defense? The run defense actually played okay last week. But Tyron Tracy, I was heavy on it in the draft. Let's see how our run defense does against him.
Right, but they were keying so much on stopping Derrick Henry, whereas in this case, maybe they won't as much. So can we just make tackles?
Exactly, but you don't know. And although they saved Derrick Henry in overtime, so yeah. So that's why I'll go with Tyron Tracy against our run defense.
It's a good one. And Singletary if he plays, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Because we had Eckler and Robinson against Commanders. We were able to kind of hold Robinson, but Eckler did pretty decent against us as a pass catcher and returner. So you got to kind of worry about both of them at that play. Derek, you got one?
Yep. Yeah. The backup secondary guys, like whether it's Ivy or
Ivy's not playing. His window just opened.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, he's not back.
I wasn't sure about that, but whoever is coming in for Dax Hill,
DJ Turner.
I'm keeping my eye on.
DJ Turner.
He's going to have to step it up.
Yeah, that's
Josh
a fact.
Newton going to have to step it up.
Yeah, I expect Newton to get more snaps.
So good in preseason too.
Who'd you say?
Newton.
I mean, there was times though that he was a little shaky. Like he had some big plays, but he also gave up some big plays. And then Jalen Davis also, because I'm sure like last week he got an expanded workload. Did they ever sign him to the 53? Did they officially make that move? Does anybody know?
I think he was just a call up. I haven't seen whether.
I know it was last week, but like Paul Danner kind of thought he would be called up, and I don't know if I ever seen that. Did we ever fill that roster spot? Otherwise, then.
I thought they. Man, I'll have to go back and look. I thought they signed a guy off of somebody's practice squad.
Yeah, we did, but that was for Kirkland going. That was the offensive lineman.
No, I thought we signed a corner off of another team's practice
to
squad.
Our practice squad. We signed Micah Abraham from Marshall, the rookie 6th-round pick for the Colts. We signed him to our practice squad.
Okay. Okay.
We should still have that Hill's roster spot if you're going like one for one. Kirkland was replaced by the guy out of Michigan who I don't remember his name that we signed off the Falcons practice squad.
Thanks to Grandizer 12.
Houday Grandizer 12.
Houday Grandizer 12.
Subscribe button too. That helps too. I appreciate it. Not to be pushy, but I do appreciate it.
Hit subscribe too, please.
But as far as I know, and maybe the Brew Crew can help us, we've got a spot. And are they just going to hold it till Ivy's done? They expect him back to
Hey, Dale, you're breaking up, buddy.
I would say.
Can you hear me?
I would say what
happens.
I hear you. I would say what happens is they sign him to the active roster the day before the game because that's generally when they do their practice squad call-ups anyway.
Well, they might just call him up.
That's what I would look for.
They might just call him up a second time, though. And that's what I'm saying. Maybe they are going to hold the roster spot for DJ Ivy if they think he can be back. And they know they have, 3 to 4 call-ups on Davis. So that's not the worst idea I've ever heard. I mean, you hate not having a roster spot, but you have so many inactives anyways. And honestly, we're fairly healthy. Like, knock on wood. We're fairly healthy, right? Other than that, I mean, this is probably the healthiest we've been all season as a team.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just going to stop, dying on a hill for guys because
Bengalized.
I literally died on the Dax Hill, and he got hurt. I feel like it's my fault.
I see what you did there. You died on the Dax Hill.
On the hill.
On the
Dax Hill.
That was good, Derek.
That's a good one, Derek.
There you go.
But he was playing good, right? Like, he surprised me how good he played at outside corner. Now they have very interesting decision why we're talking about Dax Hill for next year. Because before the season starts, you typically have to give those 5th-year options. Now he's probably still going to be injured, this, that, and the other. For me personally, but it's a big one, right? Because he's probably at corner now instead of safety. So the money, like, had he not moved to corner and been a safety, that money would be a lot less to go ahead and give him his fifth-year option. But he's moved to corner, and that money's going to be a hell of a lot higher for the fifth-year option for Dax Hill.
Isn't he, at this point, our best corner, like before he got hurt?
He was playing better than
he was playing better than Cam Taylor-Britt.
I mean, to start the year, yes. I still have a lot of faith in Cam Taylor-Britt. Now, if he continues to suck, I'll come on here and say I think he's sucking. You know, I'm a juice gang guy, so you know that's hard for me to do. But he has not played up to what we thought. We thought Cam Taylor-Britt would take we thought he should have been a Pro Bowler last year. So we thought he was taking a step to an All-Pro. He has not even played close to a Pro Bowl level, let alone All-Pro.
I say you ride out this year. You see where we pick, and if we get Travis Hunter, then we go ahead and don't take the fifth-year option. If we don't get Travis Hunter or someone like that, and we're picking lower, then pick up the fifth-year option, right?
Well, and it honestly may be how does DJ Turner and Cam Taylor-Britt play the rest of the way?
Yeah,
that
and
may
DJ
be. You're and DJ Ivy. You're still going to have Dax for next year, regardless. Whenever he comes back from the injury. And it's fairly early in the season, so he might be back to start the season.
If he would have continued at the trajectory he was going throughout the season and didn't get hurt, I think that the fifth-year option is a no-brainer, and you pick that up on him, correct? What do you think?
Yes.
I do.
Yep.
Yeah,
so if he continued to play at the level he was playing in coverage, even though he takes some bad angles and has some, missed tackles, there's not a doubt in my mind. First year at outside corner moving from safety that you wouldn't. And that's why maybe you do it anyways, right? Like Chris is saying,
I think they're going to probably do it.
I don't know.
I actually think that's what they're going to do. Or they're looking at the end of next season, they're looking at signing another giant fucking contract when they got to do Cam Taylor-Britt this year. Which, by the way, he needs to step up his game if he wants to step up that pay, because this is his contract year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, going back to the key matchups, I just want to add mine real quick because my key matchup is my fucking emotional state versus this Bengals team.
That's a good one. One.
Come the fuck on, please. Give me just a fucking glimmer of hope for the rest of the season. Not just a win. Like a win, yes, all right. 2-3, much better than 1-5, or 2-4. But just give me some fucking hope, man. Quit letting these motherfucking Steelers fans and these goddamn cocksucking fucking Raiders fans and Baltimore fans that I work with fucking have their shit with me. Let me go in there with my fucking head up and talk about my goddamn team. Don't make me wear my fucking LSU gear the day after the game. For 2 days, I didn't wear any Bengals shit. I was upset my lanyard says Who Day on it. Because I didn't feel like it's like this is what I told people. It's like when I get a fight with my wife. I already know I'm going to apologize and go on with it. I love her. You know what I mean? But I just wanted my time to be mad. So I took my 3-4 days to be mad. I'm over it. Let's go on. But my key matchup to this game, and I'm just going to take this over Bengal Nation. I'm not going to be selfish. I'm going to say it's the Bengals versus the fan base emotional state. Help us heal. Go in there. Dominate and kick their fucking ass. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, and honestly, Chop, man, that struck a nerve with everybody. Yeah, just win, baby. Al Davis. But yeah, I'm still mad. Like, I'm still mad. Like, I thought maybe I was over it and I was going to be happy and like in a positive, because I never know before the show starts. I never know. As soon as the show started, I bitched for a good 5 to 10 minutes right off the rip. It was just pure anger.
Dale, this requires a song for me to sing. Baby got high hopes. They got high hopes. That's a cheer.
Oh.
And if that doesn't scare our defense into fucking working out good, then what will?
At first, when you said that, I thought you were singing Afro Man.
Yeah.
No.
Because I got high. Because I got high.
Adams County,
by the way. Adams County is closer to me, like way closer to me.
Adams County's own.
Like Derek basically lives in Adams County.
Yeah.
I'm from Adams County.
Him and
That's that shit
Afro
in my
Man.
blood.
Right. Yeah. I was going to
actually,
sack the quarterback, but then I got high.
Doom,
Boom, boom.
Oh, I also like that song.
She won't let me fuck.
I was gonna say they already got a couple songs written down.
Is that also Afro Man?
Yeah.
And you know, he's a local guy, too. Afro
That's
Man
what-
is local.
That's what.
He lives out by Derrick, Adams County. Didn't you know, Dale?
You motherfucker.
Hey, he sure in the fuck don't live in that private gated community Derrick lives in, though.
No,
He would not be allowed.
No. Oh God.
Oh, 45, 2 zigzags. Maybe that's all.
I was gonna say,
we
Dale, I
need.
do have a couple. I do have a song or two next time whenever my singing is required.
I mean, you're clearly wanting to do this, and I want to rip the heater. So, all right, guess that song. 1 and 4 edition. Greg is going to sing us some songs. Your job is to guess that song correctly.
Right.
Because Greg, it doesn't always sound like the song it's meant to sound like.
It's pretty close.
You guys have watched the show.
It's pretty damn
sounds
close.
It sounds like Lady Gaga singing any song.
Mouth dance.
It's a mixture of Fergie and
Yeah.
Jesus.
P-Town,
P-Town.
baby.
That's right. M-Town, Madeira.
What you know about that 740?
Yeah. He's trained with P. Diddy.
If you ain't really from here. All right, I'm doing too much.
All right, hold on. Hold your horses.
How do you make Greg that biggin?
I guess.
Oh, there you go. I did it,
Okay,
guys.
I actually did it.
Oh, son of a bitch. I didn't do it.
Okay.
I did it.
Hey!
Yeah, you've done this one before. It's like the Ho Hey song by the Lumineers or
God
whatever.
damn you, Dale.
Yeah, you've already done that one.
Ah, shit, I did. Well, you cute. Okay, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Oh. You know you make me want to shout! Give them hands
That's
up
gonna
and
be- this
shout!
is gonna be a
Come
hard
on
one.
in, baby, shout! Come on
Sounds
in, baby,
good.
It's
shout!
called Shout.
Come on now!
Is this La
Shout!
Bamba?
You
La
will.
Bamba by Richie Valens.
What's that?
Is it La Bamba by Richie Valens?
Yeah.
La Bamba, Richie Valens.
All right.
I'm just
Greg,
kidding. I'll stay.
Greg,
What?
what is this, man? You're not even
Okay. Well, you're killing me here, Dale. Okay.
giving a challenge.
All right, here we go. Now, and she comes off my pants, but then I turn it on the TV, and that's about the time she wants
Blink
to.
182.
That's Blink 182.
Damn. Got
Well,
that
who the
one
fuck
too.
got to get one in here with a little. It's hard.
Hey! Hey! Razzling, dazzling, flashing a light, television,
Rudolph?
never been go all night.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Time, sugar me sweet, little miss innocent, sugar me, yeah!
Is that Poison?
Yeah! Come on!
Is that Poison?
Take the bottle! Shake it up, chopper! Break the bubble down! Break it
Breaking
up,
the pipe?
Derek! Put
Not gonna let- oh, it's Steph
sugar
Leppard. Steph
on
Leppard?
me!
What?
In the name of love! God damn it! Put some sugar on me!
No, I was like, it's a Poison. Like, I don't know. It's one of those 80s hair bands.
Yes! What the hell?
Great.
So, you know, like 80s hair
Just
band,
I'm just
Dale?
gonna let you know though, man. The beard's gonna bring them in, but the singing might push them away. Just remember that key point for your Friday night.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
beard
when you're
will
trying to
bring
get
him
pussy,
in.
Yeah.
Maybe save the sing until after. the
Dale,
break.
this is a good one here. This is a good one by one of my all-time favorites. This is the last one, I swear to
Maybe-
Jesus Christ.
Is it
Maybe
Okay,
Stacey's
don't put
mom?
on the Tinder profile.
Stacy's mom.
You're right.
Got it going on.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Well, I won't back down.
It's Tom Petty.
No, I won't back
Is it Tom
down.
Petty?
Hey, Dale, you can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. Will not stand my ground. Hopefully, turn around.
I mean, I already
should
said
do
Tom
that.
Petty.
You should do that one that you can only play at the Waffle House in their jukebox, the Waffle House song.
Let's see here. Okay, that's about it, Dale. You ruined the fun.
Wade says, or Sindustry says that the singing should be during the sex.
Yeah.
It might abruptly stop.
Sexy lady, drive me crazy.
Oh, Tyler says that Stacy's mom came on you, Greg. Ooh,
Someone said Isley
Bukkake.
Brothers to make me think of that song.
Yeah, Sepultura, some Primus. Do some Primus.
I don't like that one.
Jerry was raised
If you, we've been asking for boats and hoes for months. You got the beard. We need boats and hoes. Get the lyrics.
I don't even know that damn song.
I don't.
It doesn't sound like you know the other ones real good either. Doesn't stop.
Look up the lyrics and sing it. We want Greg's version of boats and hoes.
Boats and hoes.
I'd have to listen to the song first.
Come on, Greg.
I don't
care. We can't play it on here, Greg.
We'll play it right now.
Yeah,
you know them YouTube fuckers are just sitting around waiting for us to copyright infringe some shit so they can get us off of here because they like to bring people down when they're doing good, and we're fucking doing great.
Yeah.
Don't bring us down, YouTube, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Also, I apologize for calling you motherfucker. I didn't mean it.
Yeah, and pieces of shit. I said.
Yeah, you're not a piece of shit, YouTube.
I didn't mean it.
We don't really want you to.
Dale, back to football, Dale. Back to football.
Okay, and that concludes our episode.
No. You got a dot bot first. Get up.
No, not happening.
It's Friday, Greg.
The dot bot's been evil every time I've done it every Friday.
No, it worked for It worked for Carolina.
Yeah, well, okay.
That's the dot bot we
need. A new dance.
I'll have to think of something. I could do the hamster dance, but
just give us your best dance moves. That's not the dot bot.
Dale, back to football, buddy.
Come on, Greg. We need
We need something. Do the gritty then.
No.
Do the gritty.
I can't do the gritty.
Your version, the Greggy.
I can't do that.
Does Burrow have an old lady? I thought they broke up. That was the Twitter rumors, the animal mother.
All right, I'll try the gritty. I'll try the gritty.
All right, Greg's going to try the gritty for the victory.
Oh, jeez. Best I can do.
It's still like a form of the dot bot. I feel like.
I know that's like the gritty dot.
That's
gritty
like
bot.
It's
the gritty bot.
In all honesty, I didn't even have to see that to say that was better than Mike Gesicki's.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's the gritty bot, Derek.
You want to say it again?
Yeah, I want to see it again. Fuck yeah, get your dick out this time. Nice. For the podcast listeners, Greg's got his dick out. Greg, put your balls away. For the podcast listeners, Greg had his balls out.
Man, now our YouTube views are going to skyrocket.
Oh my God, skyrocket like that fucking chub that he got.
Yeah, watch us while you can. Check out all our old episodes while you can before we're canceled. Because Chop said, "Fuck YouTube."
I did, but I didn't mean it. I love you, YouTube. You're my favorite.
Hey, maybe they'll end up inviting you to the Ring of Honor dinner. Because you said fuck Corey Dillon.
I did say fuck Corey.
They did.
Right.
You did.
I went to that Ring of Honor dinner. You think they got a YouTube Ring of Honor I'll be attending?
Probably, yeah. You're probably like high on the list. I think Chop needs to go. Let's put Chop up here.
Yeah.
Let me double down then. Fuck you, YouTube. Yeah. Fuck you. And fuck you.
All right, Chop. Give us a passionate reason why we could win this game and turn this season around. Find it inside you. Or
let me tell you.
Do whichever one you want.
Let me give you my key to the fact that we can turn this season around and we can win. And this could be our destiny. Or first of all, it makes for a great story. A fucking team is counted out, right? We're counted out. But we have Jesus Burrow as our quarterback. He's in there. He's playing at an MVP level, although he's not being even included in the MVP talk. They can name 10 quarterbacks, and Joe Burrow's not one of them, although he leads the NFL in every statistic that matters as a quarterback. It's a great story. So that's reason number one. Number two, the rest of the goddamn NFL right now sucks. Everybody's in it. It's only 5 games in. So, yeah, we got some hope. But what I need to happen is I need Lou Anarumo Please, God, Lou Anarumo, go back a couple years to what you used to be. You used to be I fucking made a shirt for you, sir. It says mad scientist, got all these equations going on. I spent a lot of time. That's when I first started learning how to do this. It took me a lot of struggle to get that shirt made, Lou, that you're the mad scientist. But since then, man, you drop down to like, middle school scientist, like the middle school student scientist. Bring back up to where you are, and we can praise you in Cincinnati once again for this glorious defense, because you're, despite the fact that our best cornerback, Dax Hill, who saw that coming at the beginning of the season, is out on an injury. You're going to make this defense step up. People are going to play. Chris Jenkins is going to go in there and fucking dominate. We're not going to miss DJ Reader. Lou, you're going to make us all feel so satisfied. You're going to satisfy us. We're going to have that satisfied look. We're going to smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes. After that game, I'm going to smoke cigarettes because I'm going to feel satisfied. I'm going to smoke 2 cigarettes. Satisfied. Full flavor, not even light. Full flavor Marlboro. I'm smoking. I'm back to smoking, Lou, because thank you, Lou. I'm back to smoking. Probably get cancer because you fucking stepped it up with his defense and you showed us. And I think I'm off track now. A little tangential. Go ahead.
No, I had nothing.
I got one last thing, and that's I've rewatched the game twice now, and
You're fucking glutton for punishment.
I am a glutton for punishment. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yes, Chris. That's right. Derek couldn't see that because he's driving, but Chris Crowley said Lou is the fucking junior high science.
He's fucking
fair
up
volcano.
the junior high science fair volcano.
Yeah,
like
he's
teaching the class, but he fucked up the volcano.
Yeah.
He fucked up the little tornado thing that you show that in the fucking pop. He fucked it all up.
Right, he fucked it up.
That's
It's time to quit fucking shit up.
Yeah.
Get out there and get that defense back. Sorry to interrupt you, Derek.
No, it's all right. So, everybody was mad about the whole. Everybody's saying Zach Taylor needs to get rid of play.
Stay in your lane.
This and that, and after watching the game the second time, I personally thought Zach Taylor called a good game offensively. I mean, hell, we scored 34 points.
Yeah.
And going back at it, it wasn't the first down play call. It was the second down play call that Burrow changed at the line. And that we ended up being 3rd and long, and then 3rd and long, I do see their point to where they said, if you do take a sack there, so I get running there and just saying the hell with it, and we'll just rely on Evan McPherson's leg.
Is this because you're one of those super fans? You're the orange arrow, so you have to defend the team and you have to find the
No, because I was mad.
Don't lie. Don't lie. This is it. What did they promise you? What did Mike promise you?
I'm not saying that it's already on my doorstep, but
did he promise you a 3rd sticker?
Yeah, right. You got to get a
sticker.
Where's your 1, 2, and 3 though, Dale? Don't he give you 1, 2, and 3, or you just start off with 4?
Yeah, you just get the last one.
Yeah,
that would cost too much money. That's a lot of stickers.
Let me say to Derek's point though, that Derek, to your point, when I went to work, one of the guys was saying fire Zach, and I'm like, Zach ain't the issue right now, to be honest, though. I mean, Joe Burrow went out there and had almost 400 yards, 5 touchdowns. If everybody's blaming Zach Taylor on the play calling, guess what? It was fucking great against Baltimore. So that's not – Zach Taylor should be in trouble as a head coach, not as as far as this season, not as the offensive play caller, because Burrow –
that's how it works. When you're a coach,
exactly,
that's how it works.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is that's not the shakeup that I want right now. The shakeup I wanted, and he can turn it around and make me look like a fucking asshole, and I wish he would, is Lou Anarumo.
Yeah.
That's the shakeup, because that at least I think that I just feel like our locker room is very toxic right now, because it's very apparent why we're losing the games. One half of the locker room fucking sucks. They're playing fucking Pop Warner football, and the other half of the locker room is playing like their goddamn hair's on fire. So that just makes for toxicity. But I feel like that if you would have made some kind of a statement.
I agree with this part for Derek's from Derek's thing. Get to that next.
Yeah. So if you do something to shake up the locker room, at least that takes away that toxicity and they can start focusing on getting better. But nothing was fucking done. So we'll see what happens.
Where was he? You didn't keep the defense honest. Chris Crowley, for the podcast listeners, why wasn't T on the field? Even if to keep the defense honest or to not load the box with 10 fucking guys or 8 or 9 guys, when you're going to run the ball, you got T and Chase out there. Somehow you got those two on the field, and it's like, hey, we're going to run the ball still. We're not going to risk a sack, but, hey, they've got to respect our guys out here been eating all day long, but you don't even have them on the field. When you don't have them both on the field, it's a little more telling, like, hey, we're probably running. Like, yeah, I do think that. And then, some of this, Casper Dick, future ruler of the jungle.
Yes.
Getting free perks to spread Mike Brown propaganda.
Yep.
Yeah.
That must be what it is.
I don't want to get started on Mike Brown because I will get pissed off. I'm just saying from a play calling perspective, I didn't necessarily hate it.
I would say Gruden's blackballed, honestly.
Yeah,
John
he's done
from
in
the NFL.
So. Yeah. And not only that, but his goddamn recent fucking what's he putting that shit on TikTok?
I don't know.
What, but that
dude has went fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
That dude, something is wrong with that guy. Like he started smoking meth or something.
I agree with Wade here for the podcast listeners. I think Zach Taylor is an offense coordinator, not a head coach. Yeah, and that really should have been the progression of his career. He never,
You're right.
Like,
Dan Pitcher, I wonder really who he's calling more of the plays because he said he'd give Dan Pitcher more of a saying what goes on. I wonder if it's Dan Pitcher who's calling the plays. I don't know.
Dan Pitcher says, "Hey, I suggest this," and Zach says, "Oh yeah, that might work. Okay, we'll throw that in there."
I mean, and maybe he is right, but then if Dan Pitcher is, then that's even more reason that Zach should be overseeing everything else. And
exactly,
if the defense is so bad and he has a hand in it, then bro, you got to be on the hook. That's what I'm saying. We don't know the answers as fans, but it makes you ask questions and it makes you wonder.
I know an answer as a fan, but they didn't do it. Robert, how you say his last name? Saleh?
Saleh, I think.
Saleh. Robert Saleh, man, a great defensive coach.
Salah,
whatever the fuck his name is, the guy from the Jets.
Salah.
He is available. To tell you the truth, I think that the job as a defensive coordinator for the Cincinnati Bengals looks very enticing right now. If you see the way that we drafted, the talent that we have that's not coming together, and that and how our offense is playing, I think it's very enticing for a defensive coordinator to get in here.
I seen TJ, you guys' best friend now because you hung out with him the Ring of Honor weekend. But TJ Houshmandzadeh put he's the next 49ers, like write it down now. He's the next 49ers D coordinator. He was there before the Jets job, so it would make sense for him to go back there. So we can forget about that one most likely.
Yeah.
Well,
and plus, if they were to, even if Mike Brown had a conversation, if they fired Lou Anarumo today and they went on the hiring process, they called up Robert Saleh and they was like, hey, we're interested in having you as the D coordinator. And he was like, okay, number one thing I want is I want you guys to go out and get me some guys so we can turn this defense around. And Mike was like, Next question.
He has, Ross, but I couldn't even be mad at Sam Hubbard, even though my wife's madly in love with him. So it's easy for me to do. When he sucks, it's easy for me to pile on. Like, fuck him. He was never attractive, Look at me.
Yeah. Didn't he have a decent game last week?
He did have a decent game, but he has lost burst and speed. And he does have a contract that you could cut him. Another guy's Geno Stone you could cut and save $6.5 million. These are conversations we'll have more in the offseason that you could cut them next year. This year, we just got to hope way in hell these guys improve. But I also think Sam was down to 65% of the snaps. I like to see that on down to 60. I think it's going to be better for him. You can't have this guy playing 75 to 80% of the snaps because he's getting older. He says he's injured with another injury still this year that he's got to play through. So why is he playing so much? Don't play him so much. And you can say, well, Joseph Asai hasn't shown anything, but Murphy's back. I mean, you got to rotate bodies, right, at this point. If they all suck, at least they're all fresh, and maybe they make a play at some point. If you're playing a guy 75 to 80% of the snaps and he's old and he's injured, older, I can't call anybody old. I'm fucking 40. I'm a man. But you gotta rotate these guys and keep them fresh. And I still think like Cedric Johnson looked good in limited time. Now he can't see the field again. I know Murphy's back, but you can't tell me that you can't rotate this guy a little more, make him active on game day. So what are we doing here? He's a rookie. Yeah. He's only going to improve with snaps on the field. You got to see what you got in him. I liked him coming out. He's only 21 years old. He could be a piece. I'm just saying.
Your neighbor, 50% would be good.
Hey, I'm with you on that. I'm just saying baby steps, right? We went from 80, 75, right. 65. Can we get to 60? Then
can we do that with the safety position too? Right? Can we do that with the safety position too? At least start working battle in.
I mean, Lou did basically say.
You guys meeting at the river later tonight for a meal?
Lou did say at this point he's basically just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. So maybe that'll work out.
Come the fuck
week.
On, man. That's exactly what I want to hear from my fucking D coordinator.
Yeah.
Throw shit at the wall and see if
right. I mean, come on.
That's a fucking. Are you serious, man? I'm going back to bed.
He didn't say those exact words. I will say he didn't say those exact
Derek's
words.
reading between the lines, you know.
Yeah. He said.
I mean, if that's mentality. I'm sorry.
He basically said he's just trying to figure out a way to generate some pass rush. And
what he should have said was
stick with their bread and butter. They're going to stick with basically what this team was built around, but you're going to see them blitz a lot more. You're going to see them doing a bunch of different wrinkles in there as well, just trying to see what this team can do to figure out a way to get some turnovers and get some stops.
Well, never mind. My faith has been restored. Never mind.
Completely.
Lou is just going to just take shots and fire shit that he wouldn't normally do just to see if it works because, yeah. So I totally feel better.
I mean, Dustin, with a question here for the podcast listeners. Do you guys get the sense the coaches and front office is still on the same page? Yeah.
Yeah.
I do, just because, you know, they aren't going to fire him. And there's, like, I think Mike Brown is still like, we went to the Super Bowl a few years ago. Who gives a fuck, you know? Like,
when is the last time Bengals
I'm on the Forbes list now. I'm Mike Brown, and I'm on the Forbes list, bitches.
Yeah, right. Here's a sticker. He could have at least ordered them stickers from the chop shop. I would have made them for him. I would have made.
Do you think he's going to fire a coach and potentially have to pay him and hire a new coach and pay him too? Double pay? Oh, fuck no, man. Hell no, I ain't doing that shit. I'm Mike Brown. Swimming in my gold like Scrooge McDuck.
Right.
I'm angry again. Motherfucker.
I like Scrooge McDuck.
Same here.
I was just Googling last time Bengals fired a coach mid-season, and it says they fired a defensive coordinator, Terrell Austin, in 2018. 5-4 start to the season.
Yep, I brought this
up. So 2018,
Monday,
so that's 6 years ago, is the last time they fired a coach, and I don't even remember that guy.
Yeah,
so he must have been.
Derek was talking about him on Monday's show.
Yeah,
because we got him from Detroit, and they were like the worst defense, and we brought him in, and then he was awful, and we were playing terrible. And they were like, "Yeah, why do we bring him in?" But Dustin said he was meaning contracts and player personnel decisions.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Probably not, Dustin. Probably not, because like I think the coaches definitely want to keep their best players in house. Like, you know, they always compliment guys, and they're like, "We're better with T on this team," but the front office aren't paying them. So I agree with you that they are not on the same page when it comes to that. Because if you're a coach, you want the best players, right? They're probably not on the same page when it comes to free agency. They probably weren't on the same page of losing Jesse Bates. They probably weren't on the same page with losing DJ Reader. They probably are like, if we have these players, it makes our job easier. Now, as a coach, you can't keep everybody.
Exactly.
You got to keep your best players. I've said that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
As a coach, you still have to get the best out of everybody else, and part of your job is talent evaluating and this, that, and the other. But I do think that's a good point, Dustin.
Guess what coach before that got fired mid-season by the Bengals?
Dave Shula.
Fucking none. 0. That's the only coach that's ever been fired mid-season was that guy. Because the next thing I scrolled to says, never in 49 years of the franchise in the franchise have the Bengals fired coordinator mid-season until Terrell Austin. So that means if he was the last one that got fired mid-season and he was the first one that got fired mid-season, he's the only one.
Yeah, and
who
he just got there,
mid-season.
right? So he had done nothing for them to have any faith in him. So it was a little easier to fire him. Now, a guy like Lou, who was part of, some defensive plays that took us there, no way in hell they're going to fire him.
That's what I'm saying.
We just got to hope we win this game, boys, because
we
lose this game and we're calling for heads, they're going to say,
no,
we good.
Nah, man.
We good. We're good.
That's nothing. Nothing's going to happen. We're going to keep exactly what we got now. The trade deadline's going to come and go. We're going to keep exactly what we got, and that's it.
Greg, is this your Pornhub category? Big booty.
Apparently so. Apparently
he's got one of them. He likes the big
Animal
booty.
Mother says Greg is all about big booty Latinas.
And bush. He likes a bush too. That's why he's grown one on his face. He's bush meets bush.
All I'm going to say when it comes to personnel decisions is you can go back to 2019. This team was shit. We had a bunch of expiring contracts. Mike Brown was asked blatantly, are you guys going to make any moves? And he says, we're not in the business of making other teams better.
Yep.
That's all you need to know.
Yep.
Right. There's no moves.
And a lot of times we're not in the business of making our own team better because
Mike
I'm
Brown
on the Forbes list now.
Does not have the moves like Jagger. He does not have the moves like Jagger.
All right, we should end this one before I get more angry, but I do have to come back on and do another show after I get the stew on this for 45 minutes.
And don't be negative on that show. Jeff does not like negativity.
Don't do that.
We need optimistic Dale for Jeff's show.
Tell me not to do something. You guys are doing this on. It's going to be so fucking negative.
Don't do it, Dale.
No
negativity.
Why are you so negative?
Hey, Dale.
Because they told me I couldn't be.
Dale, write your name down as Perky Dale. You're all perky and go lucky.
Right. Optimistic Dale.
Yep.
You really can't.
Perky like Greg's nipples.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Yes, Houday.
We
will win.
Greg had luck, and he did the gritty, or somebody said
the grit bot.
They renamed it to the cringy.
The gritty, the cringy.
Love y'all.
Love you, man.